What's going on, shoe fanatics? Welcome back to the Sneaker Lounge. Today I have another early look for you. Hopefully this will continue all 2025. So if you like that kind of thing, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit a like on this video for me one time. Let's dive right into the shoe. Now let's take a look at the box. And of course you have an all gray box with a hint of red. I do like how this red contrasts with the gray. Nice touch, even though there's no red on the shoe. I'll talk a little more about how colors play into the cool gray aesthetic in a minute, but let's continue on. Size tag reads Air Jordan 9, medium gray, cool gray, and white. All right, pretty self-explanatory. Regular wax paper on the inside. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I'm beyond pleased to present to you the Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray. That's right, this classic returns for the third time, I believe. 2002, which we'll talk more about that a little bit later. 2012, and again here in 2025. March 15th, to be more precise, 2025. So man, the Jordan 9 silhouette just in and of itself is a lot to unpack. Remember, this is a shoe that came out in 1994 when Jordan retired for the first time. And so he didn't actually play in this shoe at that time. Again, more on that a little bit later. As such, when Jordan retired in 94, Tinker Hatfield, the original designer of the shoe, really wanted to encapsulate Jordan's global impact on the game in a shoe. Now, of course, I'm not going to get into that all right now. I did that one time before on the Jordan 9 UNC colorway, which you can find the link here somewhere to it. And it's a lot. Just words that mean various things in different languages. The 1994 here, which is, of course, the year he retired, the kanji and all the Chinese symbols, all types of stuff that really have to do with his impact on the game. So all that being said, this is a global shoe. Case in point, the globe here on the back of the shoe itself. So yes, great shoe the Jordan 9 is. However, it's not the most popular shoe. But in 2002, Gentry Humphrey, who I believe was a VP of Jordan Brand at that time, wanted to take Jordan retros and make them cool, make them into lifestyle shoes. Because I could be wrong on this, but around that time, again, 2002, all we had particularly were OG colorways of shoes. And so the goal was to make them part of the everyday lifestyle apparel. And now you get colors like this, the cool gray. So on the shoe itself, you have this patent leather, nubuck or suede, of course, with this white lace and mesh on the tongue. And you get this nice, really put together look at what cool gray looks like on the original Jordan 9. And of course, cool gray also transferred to other models, which I'll show you a little bit later. We know patent leather would make its return 2 years later on a 1996 release of the Air Jordan Concord. But flash forward to today, we have a fresh take on this shoe. Beautiful color contrast between the cool gray and the medium gray. Of course, the white hits on the midsole and the lace, as I mentioned earlier. Really nice contrast, great shoe. If you're a fan of Jordan 9s, this is definitely one for you. If you're not a fan of Jordan 9s, I suggest you get into this particular one because it really is nice. But all that being said, that's about as much time as I'm going to spend on the construction of the shoe. I'm really all about what the shoe means to me. As I first mentioned, cool gray, I think, is a fantastic colorway. Very neutral, very easy to pick up and go and wear with most anything. You add that to a Jordan 9, and I think it really punches up the Jordan 9 silhouette as a whole. As I mentioned earlier, Gentry Humphrey wanted to take that cool gray colorway and put it on various silhouettes. And I think this one plus the Jordan 3 cool gray were the initial 4 silhouettes that had cool gray on them. Now, personally for me, in my liking, I actually hate the cool gray 3. I think the orange and red hints on the shoe just totally ruin it. Besides the yellow on the cool gray 4, there's no other colors on these silhouettes. And I really like that. Besides the white, the monochromatic feel of the shoe really does it for me. So that's why these are only cool grays I really recognize. As a matter of fact, I think the cool gray colorway is so good that these are actually, in my opinion, the 4 greatest Jordan 9s to ever release. I mean, if I'm being honest. Of course, that is the cool gray, the olive, the UNC, and last but not least, what we call the Space Jam, the OG black and white. So earlier in the video, when I mentioned the year 2002 and why I thought it was significant is because MJ actually did play in these shoes. And what I actually want to do is normalize appreciating the shoes MJ played in, including shoes like the Jordan 17 Lightning and the Jordan 3 Wizards, which is actually his PE colorway, among other releases, which I'm going to go ahead and reach back for, but you guys get it. The Jordan 9 Cool Gray has its place in history as being an OG colorway. Well, maybe not OG, but definitely a PE worn by MJ himself. Now, we know MJ has made some questionable fashion choices in the past, so just because he wore it doesn't mean you have to wear it either. But let's try to take a deeper look at some of the classics and appreciate them for what they are. I'm not going to take up too much of your time with this. I actually love the Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray. I think it's a fantastic release. My fear is that we are all so focused on some of the high heat items in 2025, the undefeated fours, the unions, the breads that's nobody's gonna get their hands on, that shoes like this are gonna fly under the radar. And that's okay. It's your money. You spend it how you choose to. My only job here is to give you an unbiased, unabashed, unfiltered opinion. And if you're a collector, if you're a fan of casual wear, I think the Cool Gray is definitely a shoe for you. The shoe is comfortable. Again, interior booty makes it feel snug and nice on the foot. You can't go wrong with the almost monochromatic upper. And history-wise, it has its place in the annals of Jordan brand lore. And that's pretty much it for, I believe, a suggested retail price of $210, slated to release on March 15th because things are tentative. I mean, it's a lot of heat coming out. The Air Jordan 9 comes to us, and hopefully you guys will pick this up if you're so inclined. Now, I'm going to do my best to get you guys on foot because it's a cool gray day outside. I mean, it's cold as hell outside. Being in Florida, that is. I know some of y'all upper Midwest, Detroit folks are laughing at me with your minus 50-degree weather, but listen, it's cold down here, all right? But I have more heat on the way, guys. Thank you so much. Remember to hit that subscribe button for more unabashed, unbiased opinions from me. Remember to check out Geeks of Soul every Monday night on IG. Follow myself, Mr. Unloved Ones, Lex Luthor 72. We will be back starting first Monday in February, talking shit about shoes, comics, movies, everything. All right? I appreciate you guys sticking in there with me all these years. And until the next one, man, I have been Jay Shoe Fanatic. This is the Cool Gray 9. I'm out of here. That's yo. Oh, the original cut. There it absolutely is. I might like it better than the 2020 version. And I had to have it.